Shalom Yashala, Shalom. Dawalaban Yashala coming out with another episode bringing out those holy precepts. First and foremost, I want to give all praise and glory to Abanawa Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakar Kadash, True Father, Delivering Savior in ancient Paleo Hebrew, Lashawan Kodash, the original tongue. Hope everybody to the Most High bless. Again, Dawalaban Yashala bringing out those holy precepts. I'm going to recap my last lesson. Let's get right into it. Book of Jeremiah, chapter 51. I'm going to start reading from verse 60. And it reads, So Jeremiah wrote in the book all the evil that should come upon Babylon, even all these words that are written against Babylon. Okay? Jeremiah 51 and verse 61. And Jeremiah said to Sariah, When thou comest to Babylon, and shall see, and shall read all these words. Okay? Jeremiah 51 and 62. And it reads, Then shalt thou say, O Yahweh, thou hast spoken against this place, to cut it off, that none shall remain in it, neither man nor beast, but that it shall be desolate forever. Okay? Get another precept, Jeremiah 51 and 63. And it reads, And it shall be, when thou hast made an end of reading this book, that thou shalt bind a stone to it and cast it in the midst of the Euphrates. Okay, Jeremiah 51 and 63. And it shall be when thou made an end of reading this book. And what's in the end of this book? The book of Revelation. That's where we're going for this next lesson in this series. Babylon is fallen and to be destroyed. Okay, I want to continue the downfall of this demonic, wicked land called Babylon, the daughter of Babylon, spiritual Edom, spiritual Sodom. Okay, we know it's not the original land, it's spiritual Babylon. Okay, so today's lesson, we're going to go into the book of Revelations, the end of the book. We're going to go into Revelation, the 18th chapter. And Salakia. Revelation 18 and verse 1 reads, And after these I saw another angel come down from heaven, having great power, and the earth was lightened with his glory. Verse 2, And he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the great is fallen, and is become the habitation of devils, and the hold of every foul spirit, and a cage of every unclean and hateful bird. Okay? And that's the title of this sit down, bringing out these holy precepts. The title of this lesson, Babylon is fallen, the habitation of devils and every foul spirit. Okay? Babylon is fallen and it's become the habitation of devils and hold of every foul spirit. Revelation 18 and verse 3. For all the nations have drunk the wine of fornication of her fornication, Salakia. And the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her. The merchants of the earth are waxed rich through the abundance of her delicacies. And we all know it's talking about the nation that drank that wine of fornication with Babylon the Great, all these nations in cahoots, i.e. the EU and NATO, which are in cahoots with Babylon. And I broke it down in Jeremiah 50 and 51 chapter about the Most High assembling these great nations to come against Babylon in these last days. And they title themselves BRICS. Okay, if you haven't seen the other lesson before this one. Okay, for all the nations have drank the wine of the wrath of her fornication, and the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her, and the merchants of the earth are waxed rich through the abundance of her delicacies. Revelation 18 and verse 4. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, Come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plagues. Okay? Verse 4 again, I heard another voice from heaven saying, Come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plagues. We know these plagues that are coming, the same plagues that came in the ancient captivity out of Egypt, the 10 plagues, they come in here and more. Okay? Verse 5, for her sins have reached unto heaven, and the Most High have remembered her iniquities. For her sins have reached unto heaven, and the Most High have remembered her iniquities. Revelation 18 and verse 6. Reward her even as she rewarded you, and double unto her, double according to her works. In the cup which she hath filled, fill to her double. Okay? So the wrath that's coming here is double by the Most High. Okay? For the wickedness and the captivity of his people, his heritage. Okay? Verse 7. How much she hath glorified herself and lived deliciously, so much torment and sorrow give her. For she say in her heart, I sit a queen, and am no widow, and shall see no sorrow. Okay? Shall see no sorrow. Revelation 18 and verse 8. Therefore shall her plagues come in one day, death and mourning and famine, and she shall be utterly burned with fire, for so strong is Yahweh thy power, who judgeth her. Okay, therefore her plagues come in one day, death, mourning, and famine, and she shall be utterly burned with fire. For so strong, Salakia, for strong is Yahweh thy power, who judgeth her. Okay, I'm going to bring out a couple of precepts to prove that judgment is coming to this land for what this land has done to the Most High's people, the children of Israel, blacks, Hispanic, native of Indian and Negroid descent. Let me go into Second Esdras out of the Apocrypha and bring out a precept. It reads, Second Esdras 15 verse 5 reads, Behold, saith Yahweh, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. Okay? Behold, saith Yahweh, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. Let's get another verse. Second Esdras 15 and verse 6. For wickedness have exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled. Okay, read it again. Second Esdras, this is out of the Apocrypha. Second Esdras chapter 15 verse 6. For wickedness have exceedingly polluted the whole earth. We all know this whole place is polluted, diluted, GMO foods, chemtrails in the air, poison in the water, chemical manufacturing burnings, all the derailments. Everything that happens here is by the government of this demonic land, Babylon the Great, the United Snakes of America. It's all in front of your eyes. But I'm gonna show you it biblically. Okay? Read it again. Beautiful precept. Second Esdras 15 and verse 6. For wickedness have exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled. Okay? Let's get another precept. Go into the Torah and Tanakh. The beginning. Okay, that's what Genesis means. Beginning. Let's show it. Why this place is being judged and who is going to judge her. so-called the daughter of Babylon, the harlot, the whore. Okay, Genesis 15 and 13, and it reads, and he said unto Abraham, know of a surety that thy seed shall be in a strange, Salakia, thy seed shall be a stranger in a land that is not theirs, and shall serve them, and they shall afflict them 400 years. Okay, this is out of the Old Testament. Let's get another verse. Genesis 15 and 14. And also that nation whom they shall serve will I judge. That's why judgment's coming here. That's why this place has to burn. Okay? The time of Noah, the first earth, it was flooded. This one has to go down by ICD missiles, intercontinental ballistic missiles, by those great assembly of nations that the Most High is raising against Babylon the Great from the north. As you know, it's BRICS. You see the threats of nuclear weapon from Russia, China, North Korea, Iran, Iraq, Brazil, all the nations that are in cahoots with BRICS coming against Babylon the Great. Read it again, Genesis 15 and 14. And also that nation whom they shall serve will I judge, and afterwards shall they come out with great substance. Okay? Now we know the Bible is read precept upon precept. Okay? Let's get it in the New Testament. Let's go to the book of Acts, chapter 7 and verse 6. Salakia. Acts 7 and verse 6 reads, and the Most High spake on this wise, that his seed should sojourn in a strange land, and that they shall bring them into bondage, and entreat them evil 400 years. Okay? So if you look up the transatlantic slave trade from 1619 to 2019, the 400 years. So what times are we in right now? The judgment time of this nation. That's why this nation is getting judged by these whirlwinds, as the Bible calls them, the hurricanes, the tornadoes, everything that's being, all these land cities being destroyed. That's just a prelude to what to come. Okay, when this place is going to be engulfed thermonuclear destruction by the ICM missiles that are coming here. Okay, Acts 7 and 6, and the Most High spake on this wise, that his seed should sojourn in a strange land, and that they shall bring them into bondage, and entreat them evil 400 years. Let's get another precept, Acts 7 and 7. And it reads, and the nation to whom they shall be in bondage will I judge, said the Most High. And after that, they shall come forth and serve me in this place. And we know it's Jerusalem, Israel, pursuant to Revelation, the 21st chapter, that John the Revelator saw the kingdom, the New Jerusalem, come from heaven. Okay? So I prove Babylon's going to get judged for what they've done to the children of Israel, put them in bondage. Okay? And now I have to show, the Bible says prove all things. Let's go and find slavery in the Bible. Okay? This is in the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 68. And it reads, and Yahweh shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships. And if you learn, Egypt is synonymous for the word bondage. Okay, and Yahweh shall bring thee into bondage again with ships, by the way of I spake unto thee. Thou shalt see it no more again, and there ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you. Okay, Yahweh shall bring thee into bondage again with ships. We know the first Exodus, they walked through the Red Sea. They didn't need ships. Okay, by the way of I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again. We should not see our homeland again until we redeem from this wicked land and taken back home. And there you should be sold unto your enemies. Okay, it wasn't our friends that put us into slavery and sold us as slaves cattle. Okay, the first cattle in the Wall Street was the children of Israel. Okay, and they should be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you. When you look up the word buy, it means redeem. No man shall redeem you, because there's only one that can do it, and that's Yahweh Shai HaMashiach, the deliverance savior of Yasharallah. Okay, I needed to prove why this place is going to get judged and prove slavery in the Bible. Okay, let's go back to Revelation chapter 18. Salakia. Verse 8, 18 and 8, therefore shall her plagues come in one day, death, mourning, and famine. She shall be utterly burned with fire, for strong is Yahweh thy power, who judgeth her. I already proved that. Verse 9, and the kings of the earth who have committed fornication and lived deliciously with her shall bewail her and lament for her when they shall see the smoke of her burning. Okay? Verse 10, standing afar from the fear of her torment, saying, Alas, alas, that great country, Babylon, that mighty country, for in 1 hour is thy judgment come. Okay? Standing far from the fear of her torment, saying, Alas, alas, that the great country, Babylon, that mighty country, for in 1 hour is thy judgment come. So what is it saying? That the ones that were in cahoots, the one that drank that wine of fornication, they're watching Babylon burn. Is it the end of the world, or is it the end of the world of Babylon? Okay? Everybody has it so mixed up. There's the end of the world. No, it's the end of this wicked world that's being run right now, by the wicked of this world, by devils. I proved it. Babylon is fallen and has become the habitation of devils. Okay? Point blank, period. Let's get a precept. Salakia. I wanted to bring out I don't have it keyed up. But let's continue with this lesson. I'll bring it up. Verse 10, and the merchants of the earth shall weep and mourn over her, for no man buyeth their merchandise anymore. All these people that are buying and selling with Babylon the Great, they're going to be SOL. Verse 12, the merchandise of gold and silver and precious stones and of pearls and fine linen and purple and silk and scarlet and all thy wood and all manner of vessels of ivory and all manner of vessels of precious wood and of brass and of iron and marble, which is showing all the stuff that's sold through Babylon the Great. Verse 13, and cinnamon and odors and ointments and frankincense and wine and oil and fine flour and wheat and beasts and sheep and horses and chariots and what else? Slaves and souls of men. Okay? We know they were slaves here. I proved it to you in Genesis 15 and Acts 7 that the Most High's people would be sold and were being treated evil 400 years. Okay? Point blank, period. Proved it to you. That's about slavery. Verse 15. Salakia 14. And the fruits that thy soul lusted after are departed from thee, and all things which were dainty and good are departed from thee, and thou shalt find them no more at all. Verse 15, the merchants of these things which were made rich by her stand afar for the fear of her torment, weeping and wailing. These other nations that are in cahoots with Babylon and drank that wine of fornication, they're watching her burn. Okay, verse 16, and saying, Alas, alas, that great country that was clothed in fine linen and purple and scarlet and decked with gold and precious stones and pearls. Okay. Verse 17, beautiful precept. For in 1 hour, so riches is come to naught. And every shipmate, Salakia, every shipmaster and all the companies in ships and sailors, and as many as trade by sea, stood far off. Again, they watching Babylon burn. That means they still here. It is not the end of the world. It's the end of this demonic kingdom, Babylon the Great. Let's get the precept I was going to look for. I didn't have it keyed up, but I'm going to bring it out. Let's go into the book of Amos. Amos 9, and I'm going to read the 8th verse. So, this wasn't keyed up, but through the Spirit, got to prove all things. It's not the end of the world. It's the end of Babylon as the world. This kingdom. Salakia. Decides to freeze the devil. Okay, let's get it. Amos 9 and 8. It says, behold, the eyes of Yahweh thy power are upon the sinful kingdom, and I will destroy it off the face of the earth, saving that I will not utterly destroy the house of Jacob, saith Yahweh. See, it's this kingdom, Babylon, the beast, the one that made all these countries drink their wine of fornication and trying to administer their NWO, all these so-called bogus corona and all this stuff that they doing. Like I said, the derailments, the poisoning of the air, the water, everything here. I mean, this place is just full of demons. Thus saith the Lord, thus saith the Holy Bible. But my point is, behold, the eyes of Yahweh thy power are upon the sinful kingdom, and I will destroy it off the face of the earth. He's not talking about destroying the whole world, the whole earth. A lot of people have warped understanding of this Bible because it's not given to them. Point blank, period. Let's get back to Revelation 18. Again, 17, for in 1 hour so great riches come to naught, and every shipmaster and all the company in ships and sailors, and as many as trade by sea, stood far off. Verse 18, and cried when they saw the smoke of her burning, saying, what country is like unto this great country? The Most High is not judging cities. He judges nations and kingdoms. Okay, this is a stumbling block for all you unlearned that think that he's talking about the city of Babylon. It's the country. Okay? Verse 19, and they cast dust on their heads and cry, weeping and wailing, saying, alas, alas, that great country wherein were made rich all that had ships in the sea by reason of her costliness. For in 1 hour she shall be made desolate. Okay? That's why I'm bringing out this series of the falling of Babylon, the kingdom. Okay? That this world knows right now, that's running this earth, the wicked's running this earth right now. It's prophesied to be destroyed. Babylon is fallen. Let's talk about this 1 hour. This is Revelation 3 and 10, Salakia. Revelation 3 and 10, and red letters, the King of Kings, who this world ignorantly calls Jesus the Christ, but we know he's a Hebrew Israelite from the tribe of Judah, pursuant to Hebrews 7:14. Revelation 3 and 10 reads, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I will also keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them which dwell upon the earth. Okay? Point blank. You have to have the protection of the Most High, otherwise you're going to get caught into that lake of fire that's coming to this demonic land, Babylon the Great. Let me bring out a couple of more precepts. This is the book of Lamentations, chapter 4 and verse 17, and it reads, as for us, our eyes as yet failed for our vain help. In our watching, we have watched for a nation that could not save us. Okay? Watch for a nation that could not save us. Let's get another verse. Lamentations 4 and verse 18. They hunt our steps, that we cannot go into the streets. Our end is near. Our days are fulfilled, for our end is come. Okay? Oh, praise and glory, habitation, the destruction of this wicked demonic land. Lamentations 4 and 19. Read, our persecutors are swifter than the eagle of the heaven. We know what the symbolization of Babylon and the Greek captivity, the Roman, it was all represented by the eagle. You know, everything that has been in the past is for our learning. And I'm going to get that precept. Lamentation 4 and 19. Our persecutors are swifter than the eagle of the heaven. They pursue us upon the mountains. They laid wait for us in the wilderness. And we know they're going to be laying for us when we get redeemed out of here, out of the wilderness. Just as they surrounded in the first Exodus, ancient Egypt, after Pharaoh said to Moses, take your people and leave. What did they do? They came after them. Okay, that's going to happen again. They laid wait for us in the wilderness. Okay? Let me bring out a couple of more precepts. Ecclesiastes 1 and 9. The things that have been, it is that which shall be. And that which is done is that which shall be done. And there is no new thing under the sun. Okay, the Bible saying what has been in the ancient times and through all the times on this earth, because that's what's on the heaven is earth. Okay? The things that have been, it is that which shall be, and that which is done is which shall be done. And there is no new thing under the sun. Okay? And I mentioned this precept, so I might as well bring it up to the spirit of Yahweh Shema Shai. There's the book of Romans, chapter 15 and verse 4. For whatsoever things were written in aforetime were written for our learning, that we through patience and comfort of the scriptures might have hope. Okay, everything that was written from the Old Testament to the New Testament is for our learning, that through patience and comfort of the scriptures might have hope. Okay, Yasha'al, I'm bringing out this series of the downfall of this wicked demonic land, Babylon the Great. I'm gonna keep coming out with another part. Again, the title of this sit down, Babylon is fallen, the habitation of devils and foul spirits. Babylon is fallen, the habitation of devils and foul spirits. I hope this was edifying. I'm continuing the series of the downfall of Babylon the Great. We have to endure to the end. Our kingdom is nigh. And with that I say, Shalom.